Hey everybody, I want to do something, okay? I want to try and predict what heroes are going to be strong going into Season 9, what heroes are going to be like, have a lot of potential, they're going to be average, they're going to be wildcard and stuff. Like, Season 9 comes with a ton of changes, and we have absolutely no idea what to expect, but theory crafting a little bit before the season starts should give us an upper hand rather than us hoping in game and going like, is this hero going to be good or not? Without further ado, let's get this started. So I'm going to go in the order that we have right here. First, let's break down the tier lists. Broken, heroes that I think will be really strong and that you should definitely try out. Heroes with potential, heroes that might surprise us and we might have some broken strategies and they might be meta, or they might be kind of There's no way of knowing other than seeing them in practice. Average, heroes that should be okay. So I don't think they're going to be like throw picks, but I'm definitely not going to be like incredibly strong. This should be okay. And wildcard, I have no idea if they're going to be unplayable or might actually work sometimes. This being said, keep in mind all of the changes that I talked about. Increase in, it's going to be easier to land your shots because they increase in projectile size and whatnot. You also will have, every hero will have more HP. So this is going to be a little bit tricky, but let's start predicting. First hero, Ana. Where do we put Ana? Is Ana broken, potential, average, or wildcard? I'm going to put Ana in average. Heroes that should be okay, not too strong, and not too weak. Right now, Ana needs 3 taps to shoot to eliminate a 1 HP target. She will need 4 shots, right? Plus, she's a single target healing support, and she has like, what, 14, 15 bullets? So she has to pick, do I heal my teammates? Am I just going to heal bot? Do I do damage to the enemies? What's going to happen with the anti-nade as well? Because DPSs will have that passive that reduces the amount of sustain that you can receive from healing sources by 20%. So this kind of like a mini anti-nade that DPSs have. So I think that I don't think that she's gonna be that bad. She might be strong, maybe. But the hope that I have for her is this, because you have more HP with Ana. I think that you might find yourself in more aggressive positions and you might take your time a little bit more to land your shots so that you have higher accuracy. And there's another thing that I just want to say this for all Ana mains out there. I think that the key to winning with Ana in Season 9 will be Nano Boost. Because you have new breakpoints in the game. You have no idea. We haven't done the math, you know, like how many shots do you have to land? How many dashes with Genji? What do you need to do to eliminate targets? Nano Boost simplifies that because it gives you 50% extra damage increase. So you do more damage forehead. You also like have reduced damage intake received, I mean. So you should be fine. So the key for a good Ana will be to land big nades, play more aggressively, and land the nanos. Nano target. She's going to be okay, I think. She's going to be average. Moving on, ASHE. Taking into consideration how the fact that you're going to be able to land more shots and the DPS passive, I'm going to put ASHE with potential. I think that ASHE has the potential of being a broken pick. Okay, why, Mr. Streamer? TNT against fully stacked enemies, you trigger the passive onto everybody that's hit by the TNT. Bob will be able to focus the enemies down a lot. She's going to be able to play a little bit more aggressively and stay in team fights a little bit longer, which means that you will land TNTs, you'll land the Bobs and stuff. Not to mention that some supports, who I'm going to speculate a little bit later, work really well with her kit because they can enhance her damage. And ASHE, I feel like with the new breakpoints and stuff, she might be pretty surprising. She can 2-tap headshot, as somebody's saying in chat. Yeah, the new breakpoints kind of put her in an advantage. I'll be honest with you. I think it's gonna be awesome. Okay, moving on. Baptiste. Now, here I have a small issue. I think that Bop will die in top 500 a lot. I think that Bop at the highest level will die. Because what's going to happen in teamfights is you're going to run after him, you're just going to focus him down, he's going to die. Then again, he does a lot of healing, and the window is pretty valuable, and the lamp is pretty valuable. So, this being said, I'm going to have to put him... Oh, this is tricky. I think I'm going to put him in potential. I think that because of how fast you're going to be able to farm window, in general, in lobbies, you will be able to do pretty okay with Bop. You'll still do damage. He's still going to be strong. I think he's going to be better than Ana because he can AoE support around him, and because Ana's ultimate is single target, while Baptiste's ultimate is for everybody in your team. Lamp is still going to be strong. Yes, you will dive him. Yes, he will die, but I think that he's going to be better than Ana overall in the majority of comps, so I'm gonna put him in potential heroes that might surprise us. And without further ado, let me let Olaf in the room because he's meowing. And let's continue. Window isn't just for Bop, no, it's for teammates as well. It's for teammates as well. I think that every source that is gonna help you damage boost is gonna be absolutely massive. Plus, the lamp is pretty strong. Direct hits will be easier to land, so Baptiste benefits from this a ton. Bastions. Okay, hear me out. I'm taking this into... The following thing I'm taking into consideration with this, okay? Health pools. What does Bastion specialize in? Mowing down health pools. So, I think that Bastion will be really strong. I think that Bastion is the first hero I'm going to put in the broken category. He's just going to go in target form and go like... Arrgh! Now, up until Master/GM, I think if you pick Bastion, you'll have a lot of fun. I'm not kidding. Right? Like, you're just going to go in target form. Arrgh! Especially if they don't play with a Lucio to disengage from the target form. What the counterplay against Bastion is to like just... He uses target form? Fine, just wait. But if you can't disengage or your team is not on the same page, you're probably going to lose the team fight. Bastion is going to be pretty strong. Not to mention that he's also going to have a ton of HP, right? Because I think now he has 250. So what? He's going to have 300? Oh my goodness. There's going to be a lot, chat. There's going to be a lot. So I'm going to have to put him in broken. I think that you should... If you're a DPS, you should definitely try out Bastion. But the higher you go in ratings, the more you're going to see that knowing when to go in target form will be crucial. Okay, knowing where to go in turret form will be crucial, but if you're on a DPS that I feel like you can do pretty well, he already has 300 HP now. Oh, so he's gonna have more. Oh my god. Oh my god. Pretty strong. Okay, Brig. Potential. Brig has potential. You're probably gonna be going like, Brig is gonna be broken, or Brig is gonna be useless. This is what I'm seeing in the last couple of days. Brig. I'm telling you the following thing. Brig, my opinion, excels in metas in which nobody can die, right? If everybody has more HP and everybody can survive, Brig can survive, right? Because that's the thing, like, she's really good at peeling, she's really good at surviving. She's really good at brawling and stuff. And historically speaking, Brig was absolutely amazing in GOATs, and I think that slowly but surely we'll be seeing a lot of Brig gameplay happening because of that, because even if you're gonna play her in comps in which you can't do that much, I think that if you trigger your passive and if you're good with Brig, you can get out. Because hear me out. You probably when you're envisioning Brig gameplay, you know what you're thinking, smack. You know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing the following thing. The shield can block abilities, the ultimate can stun, the whip shot can isolate and displace targets. That's what I'm seeing. Not to mention that maybe in some flanking DPSs, the packs are still super good for them. I think that Brig has the potential of being or just fine, can just run her down, play Reinhardt, smack with the hammer, and then it's over. I think that a great Brig, though, will have a lot of fun in this. Okay, Cassidy. I'm sorry, Cassidy. I'm not sure what to expect about Cassidy. Cassidy is the DPS, is my strongest DPS, has always been my strongest DPS. He just aims at the head and shoots. Now, there was a time, speaking of history, there was a time a while ago when Fan the Hammer Cassidy was like the way to play him. You just fan the hammer, roll, fan the hammer, roll, fan the hammer, roll, fan the hammer, roll. Considering the HP buffs and how close you're going to be playing, maybe that will be viable. Not to mention that it's going to be easier to land headshots, right? So I don't know what to expect. I don't know if he's going to be really strong. I don't know if he's going to be weak. It's pretty hard to understand, to have a view as in, is he going to be broken and stuff. But if I would play Cassidy, I personally would not be excited for Season 9. I think it's going to be pretty hard to make him work. But then again, you might come up with some viable strategies and you might play him. You know, you just walk in front of the Ramatra, fan the hammer, fan the hammer, fan the hammer. He goes in form, you throw your E at him. Fan the hammer, fan the hammer, fan the hammer. Plus, you can just, I don't know the damage breakpoints, but can you 2-tap headshot? I think you can 2-tap headshot 250 HP targets. That's a good breakpoint for him. So, maybe Cassidy meta. Now, here's my surprises. Doomfist. Potential. So some chatting chars go like, he's gonna be bad, he's gonna be whatever. Okay, hear me out. I think that tanks can get out of the team fight will probably tanks that can deny damage and tanks that can get out of the team fight to get their passive going and have insane mobility will be unkillable. You will not be able to focus down a Doomfist. Good Doomfist player, good Doomfist players will just go in, slam, punch, do whatever, get out. Wait a little bit. Slam, punch, get out. Like, the potential is huge. Not to mention that you have, not by himself, but with help of the team, he might work. For example, imagine, I'm just putting this out there, okay? Everybody's tanky. This is not a possible team comp, but just envision ulting with Bastion while going in hard with Doomfist, and then following up with your ultimate on the low HP targets. I'm just telling you, I think we should not sleep on Doomfist. Okay? I think that good tanks know when to get out of the team fight. Either cover or just run away. Doomfist can do both. So I think that he has a ton of potential. But you have to be good at him. You can't just pick Doomfist with 1 hour and play him. You have to be good at him. You have to know the mechanics. D.Va. Okay. D.Va, average. I'm going to put D.Va in average. I speculate that heroes that have ways of getting out of the team fight and that can deny damage, D.Va can do both. Right? D.Va can do both. I'm gonna put her in average, like, are gonna be strong. The reason why is because if D.Va wants to go and focus somebody, then she can just go like, you know, she just goes a short distance. Well, what happens if you just go away or play from range where she can't close the distance to you? Great D.Vas will be able to eat TNTs, Bastion nades, Ana nades, whatever. Okay, sure, fine, can work if you're really good at D.Va. But can she engage in a meta in which sometimes you have to engage and follow up on them? Fine, just play hypermobile heroes. I think she can be played. Hey, buddy, I have to feed him. I think she can be played, but I think she's going to be average. Same as she is right now, for that matter. She doesn't have like a clear engage tool, and I think that is the issue, although she can deny a lot of abilities. Echo. That's what you think about Echo? Echo is tricky. Echo is tricky. Because I know that a lot of you are going to be going like, fine, I'm going to put Echo in potential. I think Echo is in potential. You know why? Because I think that Echo will be able to synergize with every support that I'm going to put in broken or potential tier list. You will not be able to kill an Echo. You're going to have like another life with your duplicate, as you still have. And if you're tanky, right, if you can survive more in team fights, her beam, if you're less than 50%, does percentage damage or something like that? Like doubles the damage, right, on the beam. I think that you'll be able to secure kills. You will have, she can spam from long range, she can play close range, she can do whatever. Echo can do whatever. Echo can do anything, you know? I don't think she's going to be like broken must pick whatever, but my opinion, I've always thought this. I think that Echo and Sojourn are roughly the two most complete DPSs in the game because they can do roughly like everything, you know? They're super good, but a great Echo, oh my god, a great Echo will be... The one thing with Echo is that sometimes I feel like you might lack some... clear damage, but I think you'll be able to get some value out of her. So I do recommend trying Echo. I don't know how her copy will work though with the increased HP. That's gonna be a little bit tricky. Okay, moving on. Oof, this is hard. This is hard. Genji is a hard hero to decide because. In almost every tier list that we've done, okay, I don't think that Genji was rated that high. There was like one patch when he was pretty strong, you know, on paper and stuff. But Genji has always found a way to sneak into the meta. taking into consideration the fact that he can off-angle safely and that he can benefit out of the DPS passive. Deflect is pretty strong. He can benefit from the new support passive, the new healing passive that he's gonna get. I think that he can still be fine. I'm gonna put him in average though. I don't think that he has insane potential, but I think that he should still be fine. Not to mention that he also works, obviously, Nullblade should be still fine, I guess. I think he's okay. He's gonna be okay. Okay, Hanzo. There has been a lot of talk about Hanzo and if he's gonna be strong or not, and the fact that Season 9, Hanzo cannot one-shot 250 HP targets. He's gonna do a maximum of 240. Wildcard. Not sure what to expect. I'm not gonna put him in broken. I don't think that we're gonna see a Hanzo meta for sure. I'm not gonna put him in potential. I think he might surprise us, but the factors for him to surprise us compared to other DPSs are way too complicated. Average. I don't think he's gonna be... Wildcard is a little bit lower than average, I would say, right? Not sure what to expect. Why? He cannot one-shot 250 HP targets, which means that for a lot of Hanzos, this is core gameplay for him, right? Just go for headshots. This is why you want to pick Hanzo. You want to get a pick. You want to charge your bow, get a headshot across the map, you know? Enemies walk into it, you go like, oh my god, sick aim, that's it. I'm kidding. No, but Hanzo is literally like just aim, headshot, and that's it. But there's more to his kit, right? Obviously, there's more to his kit. You can still use the Sonic Arrow, which is like a mini wall hack. It's going to be easier to land your shots. It's going to be easier to land the logs because the size projectile has increased, right? His E is pretty strong against big HP targets, and his ultimate is incredible at splitting the enemies or zoning them from choke points, which is a viable strategy. It's an encouraged strategy for team comps that revolve around heroes that want to stay grouped up together, like with Bastion or with Baptiste or with Brig. Not to mention that if you're going to see like some supports that I'm going to talk about soon, we're going to see some supports that might directly benefit him, as in they can damage boost him, you know, or you can use other abilities from the supports and you can actually come up with some pretty tricky strategies. It's going to be pretty interesting strategies. It's going to be intriguing to see how Hanzo mains will adapt to this. One thing's for sure though, I think that the style that you play him in will change. I don't know if it's going to be better or if it's going to be weak, but let's see in practice. So, wildcard, not sure what to expect. ILLARI. Wildcard. I'm honest. Okay, ILLARI, I have to put her in wildcard. And hear me out. I want to believe that ILLARI is going to be played. But Pylon? What are you going to do with a Pylon when everybody has that much HP? Off angling? Okay, you're going to shoot him, but breakpoints, she doesn't do that much. Mobility is not that strong. The one thing that I can potentially see is use the ultimate to engage. But if you play with heroes that can deny these abilities, like D.Va, for example, or whatever, DOOMFIST can just get out, Echo can copy, for example. Why would you play ILLARI? You know what I mean? What does she bring? I think that heroes that bring stuff other than raw damage or raw healing will be played. You know, what does she bring? That's the question. That is the question. And I don't think we're going to see a style difference with her. Like, compared to Hanzo and Cassidy, where I can see a style difference, I don't know what you can see with ILLARI. Her healing is not going to be enough. Her off-angling is not going to be enough. Poke comp, then why would you not play other supports that can poke better than her? Good poke damage. I don't know. Maybe in practice, because you have more HP, you'll be able to go a little bit deeper and punish them. Maybe. Maybe I'm underestimating her. I will try her out, definitely. I will try her out and see if she's going to work or not. But the one thing that I'm seeing is that I don't know how I'm going to help the team when they will need a lot of healing from supports. If HP bars are increasing, where are you going to get the sustain from? You're just going to right click from time to time and just throw the pylon? Might be wrong. We'll see. We'll see. Now, let's go next. Moving on, we have Junker Queen. Junker Queen, at this moment, Mwah. Pretty good. Broly. Love to play with her. Potential. Potential. I'm putting Queen in potential. She has ways of denying damage. She can shout, so everybody becomes even more tankier, right, around her. She has a way of engaging. Her ultimate is super strong. Cuts a lot of healing from everywhere. Her axe is good and works against heroes that you get a reduced cooldown if you hit multiple people with the axe, bro, and everybody's gonna play together. The knife is strong. You will be able. She has that lifesteal thingy, so she can regenerate some HP herself. Queen is potential. If you're a Queen main, you're gonna have a ton of fun with her. If you're good at Queen now, I think you're gonna be amazing in the future. I think that Queen has insane potential. I don't think that she's gonna be broken though. Okay, I don't think she's gonna be broken, but I think she's incredible. Okay. Junkrat. Broken. We've all seen videos with Junkrat in which he absolutely rolls me and spawn camps me, and because of that, I have a completely subjective opinion on him, and I cannot be objective about Junkrat, so he's absolutely broken if you play Junkrat against me. But in general, I think Junkrat's gonna be average. I think, you know what? Nah, wildcard. I'm putting Junkrat in wildcard. I don't know the breakpoints with Junkrat. I think he's going to be safe to stay in spam. I think that the damage is going to be pretty fine. He cannot one-shot some chatting chat as we're saying. You can play around the trap. The ultimate is not going to be that strong, you know. You're going to have like more HP anyway. Maybe he's not going to like always explode the Riptide where he gets the maximum damage out of it. Junkrat will be the same as he is right now, I feel like. Maybe a bit better. Because he can just spam, but maybe then again a little bit weaker because he cannot stay in the back and like one shot, you know? So I'm gonna put him in wildcard. If you're a Junkrat main though, welcome to experiment, same as I'm gonna do with ILLARI, same as HANZO and CASSIDY mains well. Now, moving on. I have seen a lot of talk about KIRIKO. And the whole discussion is Kiriko's break. Olaf has seen a lot of talk about KIRIKO as well. KIRIKO cannot two-shot. That is the core to KIRIKO, right? That is the core to KIRIKO and the discussions that I've been seeing. But then again, I'm coming in and I'm telling you, she's more than just that, obviously. Suzu does 110 healing, I think, if it's a negative effect. Her ultimate, folks, everybody can use it. She can teleport from a pretty long range. It's gonna be safer to off-angle than before, even if you're not gonna do the same amount of damage because you have more HP. You have good mobility. You synergize well with almost every hero in the game. I think that KIRIKO has potential. I think that maybe some supports will be a little bit stronger, but view it like this. Instead of... Hear me out, chat. Realistically speaking, how many times have you went into the backline and you just like, two tap, get out? Of course we've all done it, you know, with KIRIKO. But would you go like 50% chance that works compared to you can throw 3 or 4 more kunai because you have more HP and you can like last a little bit longer over there until they deal with you. Not to mention that maybe you're just gonna play together with a team and the focus is still super strong. I'm gonna have to put KIRIKO in potential. Over here. I don't think she's gonna be broken. We'll have to wait and see. Definitely a style change, or we just have to learn how to approach duels with her a little bit differently. Lucio. Okay. Lucio, I'm between broken and potential. I'm gonna put him in potential. Ideally, if this would be professional play, I'm talking about ranked in general, right? I'm thinking about ranked in general. Wait, actually... No, I'm putting him broken. Nah. I'm sorry. I changed my mind. No, I changed my mind. No. I'm putting him in broken for every rating. The reason why I'm putting him there is 2 words. Speed boost. I'm sorry, speed boost. You need speed boost. That's it. You need speed boost. They engage, speed boost. They use your low HP, speed boost. Their low HP, speed boost. You wall guide isolate targets, speed boop. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? Also, how are you gonna eliminate a Lucio with that much HP? Speed boost. We need an alternative for speed boost. If you're playing Lucio, you can stay with your team, isolate targets, see if they're low HP, speed boost, go, go, go. Boop them if they're low. You can stay a little bit longer in duels as well. I think it's gonna be broken. I'm not kidding. I think it's gonna be broken. And even in lower tiers as well. In GM and in professional play, I think you need Lucio. You need Lucio with Junker Queen, you need Lucio with Sigma, you need Lucio with Reinhardt, you need Lucio with RAMATTRA, like literally. Unless you want to play poke, you need Lucio. That's the reality behind that. And the reason why is because, my opinion, Speed Boost is just too strong. Speed Boost is just too strong because Speed Boost is an ability that can counter almost every ultimate in the game. They use Bastion ult, Speed Boost. They use RAMATTRA ult, Speed Boost. They Mei ult, Speed Boost. Plus you have Amp It Up. Plus you have Boop. Genji Blades. Boop. You know what I mean? He's just so good at denying the enemies. And also incredible. If you have an opportunity, you spam them out or whatever. They glow. Go, 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 go. Go on that target. Incredible. Incredible. Practice Lucio. You'll have a lot of value out of him. Okay. Lifeweaver mains. Rejoice. It will be our time. Potential. Lifeweaver potential. And dare I say, might be broken. Hear me out. He received, what, 200 buffs so far? No, I don't know. I think he received like 40 or 50 buffs. Right now, it's pretty hard to eliminate him. Pretty hard to eliminate him. Now imagine with increased HP. Even, he's just being... He will be a result of power creep in the game. He received all the buffs, and now everybody's receiving buffs, including him. And his pull will be absolutely incredible. His spell platform, you will never be able to eliminate a Lifeweaver in team fights. The weakness that he has is that his single target healing, okay? He has single target healing. So you can't sustain everybody. That is the big weakness for him. So maybe you might need a support that can heal up the chip damage. His 3 will be easy to get. Very easy to get and very fast. His mobility is insane, and same as with Lucio, you can be creative with your mobility. You can use the Spell Platform to counter a lot of ultimates, right? You can use Spell Platform to get to high ground and stuff. I think he has insane potential. If you haven't tried Lifeweaver until Season 9, try him. Like, seriously, I think that you should try him. I know I'm gonna try him, and he might sneak into the meta in some team comps. He might be played. He might be played. If you haven't, still give him a try. I think that you're gonna have a lot of fun with him. And he's gonna be really good with one support that I'm gonna be talking about a little bit later. Okay, moving on. MAUGA. Average. I'm kind of like between potential and average. I think that he benefits from massive HP and stuff. But then again, I don't know. If everybody's like so tanky, I just don't know. He's good at burning big HP pools. I agree with you. Maybe I haven't seen MAUGA being played that much, and I cannot form an objective or like a more calculated opinion. I don't possess all the information with how strong MAUGA works in certain metas, because the only time he was strong was when he was broken. You know? And I think that MAUGA might be a wild card, as in you want to experiment with him. So like, for example, if you have like somebody that's a MAUGA main, you might go like, nah, dude, he's gonna be broken. I could see that. But then again, I'm coming in and I'm telling you, bro, okay, fine, he brings damage. His E, I'd rather take Junker Queen's E. His Cage, I'd rather take Flux from Sigma. Queen ult, I'd rather take that. It's easy to disengage from his E, same with Bastion. I think that overall he should be fine. Might be a wildcard, you might pop off with him if you played him, but it's hard to know for sure, from my point of view, at least for me, if he's gonna be better than average. I think he's gonna be stronger than he is right now. Clearly, I think that he's gonna be stronger. Anyway, moving on. Broken Heroes. Mei. I'm sorry, Mei. Like, I don't, so, hear me out. Like, if with other heroes, I had like a list of 2 or 3 reasons, maybe why they work. With Mei, I just have one word. May. Like, really now. So, let's try to give just a couple of reasons. Imagine everybody from the enemy team is grouped up and you just press left click, activate the passive on everybody. Secondly, you have more HP, you can get closer to the enemies, which means you're going to get your ultimate a little bit faster, and also you're going to be doing, obviously, more damage. And also you can close the distance a little bit more because you have more HP. Fifthly, because of that, you're going to be able to land more walls and isolate targets. If you're going to isolate targets and slow them down, then your teammates are going to have an easier time at landing the shots on them. Sixth, she can generate HP by herself. 7, you can use the ice block in some creative ways too. 8, you will also benefit, you should benefit from the DPS, not the DPS passive, but the projectile increase of a right click, and the list can go on and on and on and on and on. I think that May already is super strong, right? And I think I could come up with 50 reasons. Try May. Try May. May. I'm not kidding. Just play May. Play May. Her wall is insane. Her poke is insane. Her HP is insane. Her utility is amazing, and this is the thing with May, right? Like with Bastion, you throw the nade and find whatever, you shoot one enemy. With May, bro, you help your teams shoot them. You help your team shoot them because you slow them down and you wall them. You're like a DPS support for your team. It's just incredible. Incredible. Moving on. Mercy. Potential. Okay? Hear me out. Please, hear me out. I know that some of you will go like, what? No, she wildcard, no, whatever. Potential. I think that some comps she might work. Why? Because of the new damage breakpoints, damage boost will be more valuable than before. If Mercy damage boosts to Hanzo, she will be able to land a headshot, right? Hanzo will be able to get a 250 HP target. Now, if you play Mercy to heal, will be a little bit trickier. If you play Mercy to damage boost, fly around, and rest, you'll get a ton of more value than before, in my opinion. You want to pick Mercy if you plan on looking for rests. Obviously, you won't plan on looking for rests. If your core gameplay is revolving around damage boosting a target so that they have good breakpoints. So pairing up Mercy with Echo, or with Sojourn, or with HANZO, or with CASSIDY, might be fine. Not to mention that if you have more HP, you'll be able to rest in riskier situations. Not to mention that you have more HP, it will be harder to get to you. So I expect more successful rests, which means you're going to get more value out of the Mercy, and obviously damage boost will be core to her being played over here, my opinion. I think that overall in time will be, if it's hard to eliminate a Mercy right now, imagine her with more HP, bro. That's all I'm saying. Imagine an insane Mercy with more HP, with all the movement text in the game, with everything. It's going to be huge. What is the breakpoint? I would say, I don't know the exact definition, but like for me, the amount of damage that you need, the combination of elements in your hero's kit that you need in order to eliminate a target that's at a certain breakpoint. So like the point is 200 HP, with Ana you need 3 shots. Because that target is going to have 250 HP, you're going to need 4 shots. That's the new breakpoint, you know? And Mercy helps you with the new breakpoints, even if you don't know exactly how much damage you need. Because of the damage boost, you'll be able to do this a little bit better. I have to put her in potential. Chat. MOIRA. Okay. In the beginning of the season, this has always been the case. When we don't know what to play because everybody's so tanky, everybody plays LUCIO MOIRA. With time, because MOIRA lacks utility, other supports are preferred, them being KIRIKO or BAPTISTE or even Brig. I'm going to put her in potential. I think that she will be fine at just staying with the teammates and just left-clicking. You'll always get value out of your healing, always get value out of your damage orb. She's going to be okay. She's not going to be a hard carry. You're going to come up with insane numbers, and resource management will be key for her. And in a world in which everybody will have like more HP, I have a feeling that everybody's going to be craving more healing. And MOIRA excels at raw healing. MOIRA excels at raw AoE healing. The more the patch will evolve and the more weeks we're going to have playing the game, I think that we will understand slowly but surely that we do not need to have as much HP as possible. We just have to have enough. So instead of MOIRA healing everybody, we might prefer KIRIKO with Suzu or with Fox that has more value. This being said, MOIRA will not be a bad pick in Season 9. Not to mention, the Mythic will make the people play more MOIRA as well. Exactly, as Dan was saying. So, I think that MOIRA has potential. At least for the first couple of weeks, try MOIRA. I'm not joking. Try MOIRA a little bit. You're going to be fine until we find a way, we understand how the game is going to be played, as if you're the flex support. Try MOIRA. Okay, moving on. Orisa. Orisa has the potential of being broken or being average. Why? I think it's pretty hard to kill Orisa right now. If you keep on Orisa in team fights for longer, the spear is very annoying. It's more spears. The ultimate can be pretty strong. She can deny a lot of abilities. And right now, I feel like she's unkillable. I don't even want to imagine how she's going to feel a little bit later. I think that she has potential. Might be weaker. Might be wildcard / average. I'm going to put her here. I think she can, in theory, work. Okay? I don't think she's going to be like, what, the best tank and whatnot. But more spears, more helicopters, and the ultimate is something that you cannot ignore. And good Orisas will... you know what Orisa's good at? Orisa's good at forcing you away. That's what Orisa's good at. Right? Like, Orisa's good. So, this is a team fight. Guys, we're going to stay here and poke. Pew, pew, pew. And you're going to stay here and poke. Pew, pew, pew. Orisa's going to be like, we're poking? Okay. And then you move the poke distance. You're going to poke from here. Poke, poke, poke. And they're going to poke from there. Because if you take the fight with her, you're going to get a goal by her ultimate. That's the good thing with Orisa. Orisa's going to be awesome at forcing you away from the area where you want to fight. Not necessarily winning the team fight, but forcing you away from over there, because if you stay, she's just going to roll you. So this is why I put her in potential. PHARAH. Wildcard. Not sure what to expect. They mentioned that they did some changes to PHARAH in the blog post. No idea. We'll have to wait and see if they're better or not. In theory, though, PHARAH with more HP? Sure. I think it's going to be the same as JUNKRAT, to be honest. I think it's going to be like the same as JUNKRAT. We'll have to wait and see. It's just going to be like poke. She's just going to shoot rockets, I guess. So, what's the ultimate going to do? Like, if she's going to ult, you have a lot of ways to deny her ultimate. We'll see. We'll see how it's going to be. Okay, RAMATTRA. The math teacher. Your miscalculations will cost you everything. RAMATTRA, I have to put him higher. I think he's going to be scary. I think he's going to be broken. Right now, RAMATTRA can play him. And with more HP, I think that he's going to be a menace to deal with. Your ultimate will be huge. You're going to have a lot of poke before fights. And also, I think you benefit from the increased size in the projectile buff, right? So it's going to be easier to land this. His E. The more I play against RAMATTRA, the more I realize that his E is like his second ultimate. I feel like RAMATTRA has 2 ultimates. Right? 3 ultimates even with his Nemesis form. His E is so good at slowing it down. Oh my god, dude. Good RAMATTRAs just E and then run at you. Like, holy bro. It's going to be so huge. And the fact that he can deny damage. You seeing here, Chad, you seeing a pattern. Heroes that are kind of like tanky and that kind of like escape or like deny damage are somewhere over here. And RAMATTRA with his block, gonna be huge. With his E, with his slow, gonna be huge. He can chain his Nemesis form into his ultimate. It's gonna be, you're gonna get your ultimate a lot. His ultimate is super strong. And imagine RAMATTRA plus speed boost, RAMATTRA plus LifeWeaver 3. I think you should try RAMATTRA. I think it's gonna be strong. He might be the same as Queen, but I'm gonna put RAMATTRA in broken over here. Moving on. Chat, I think it's time. Reaper is going to be broken. I have absolutely no doubt that Reaper is going to be very strong. Why? Reaper is going to have a lot of damage. Really close, same as Mei. He's going to stay in teamfights forever. His ultimate will not be as good, but you don't play Reaper for the ultimate. He can come from the side. He has a special maneuver. I think he's going to be fine. Reaper has 2 issues though, my opinion. Number 1, his ultimate in an incredibly tanky meta where you're going to have like a lot of heroes that can stop you from ulting will almost never be used. It's going to be like a high noon, right? Like very situational. And secondly, he doesn't have poke at all. He doesn't have poke. He has to go up to you and just kiss you, be in kissing range to be effective. He's more effective the closer he is, obviously. He benefits. He has his own lifesteal because the more he damages and stuff, he's getting his life back. He has his teleport, he has his rate. He excels, same as Bastion, at just rolling tanks overall and high HP targets. And you see over here the DPSs, they kind of like have ways of regenerating HP and being tanky and being good against tanky heroes. I think that you should definitely give Reaper a chance, but same as MOIRA, the more we're gonna go in the season, I think we're gonna go away from Reaper and pick other heroes that can also poke before a fight. With Reaper, you hold corners and stuff, and then you go, right? But we're gonna learn how to hold corners and then go. Okay, moving on. REINHARDT. Whew. The thing with REINHARDT is that he's just going to have potential. I'm gonna put him in potential. I don't think, hear me out. Potential towards average. Putting him in potential towards average. I think that in a world, this is the third or fourth time I'm saying it, if he has more HP, he can stay alive longer in teamfights. If he can stay alive longer in teamfights, he can do some cheeky plays with his spin, with his fire strike, and with his shatter. If you window plus fire strike, that's a ton of damage. And we talked about that. If you fox plus swing the hammer, that's a ton of damage. Shatter is a huge stun for everybody. I don't know how fast you're gonna blow up. Hear me out. I don't know how fast you're gonna blow up. We'll have to wait and see how much the tankiness will influence this, right? So I can see potential, definitely not him being broken, more towards average, but I think that he's gonna be way more playable than he is right now. Can one shot with the fire strike window combo though? Agreed, but he can still like chain two of them or just add a ton of more damage. I think that pinning in teamfights might actually be a viable strategy, and landing some big slams might actually be pretty okay. Okay, I'm putting him over here on potential, mostly because I know that a lot of YouTube chatters, YouTube REINHARDT mains will be like, what is Mr. Extremer talking about? But I can maybe see him as a support. I love playing with REINHARDT, okay? Don't get me wrong. REINHARDT makes me focus on him so long. But if my REINHARDT will just stay there and shield and wait for others to do something, we're not going to get results, bro. We have to go in. We have to pin as much as possible. We have to take corners. We have to be very aggressive. We have to shatter and stuff, okay? If we can find a way to get him where he wants and then he's going to be more creative instead of just swing the hammer, I think that pinning will matter more and shatters will matter way more than before, in my opinion. So for me, if I'm going to see REINHARDT in my team for a little bit, I'm going to be like, okay, let's see if we can make him work. But I think eventually we might see that other heroes will be preferred. We'll have to wait and see. ROADHOG. Okay. I don't know about ROADHOG, bro. He's not going to be broken, not going to be wildcard. I don't know if it's going to be potential or average. Like, the thing with ROADHOG is, if he stays alive in teamfights for longer, right? He has his own form of sustain. I don't know where to put ROADHOG. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're not gonna pick ROADHOG to get kills there. You're gonna pick him to like get picks and stuff. Nah, chat. Average. Chat is saying average. Busted. He relies on self-heal too long. Average. Ult battery. I agree with the ult battery. You know what? I'm going to put him actually. I think I'm going to put him in average. The changes. Definitely. ROADHOG is average. My opinion is going to be average in Season 9. The reason is everybody's going to be tankier. He can't one-shot that reliably. He can't one-shot you anymore, right? So you're not going to be that afraid of a ROADHOG hooking you, right? He's just going to be an ult battery. But two things will definitely benefit him, okay? Because teamfights will be longer, he's going to be okay with like getting more hooks in and pulling you to the teams that he can get kills. But a hook might land or might not land. You know, it is what it is. One thing though that plays into his favor is the ultimate. I think that his ultimate will always be a super strong ultimate at securing points. You're sitting on payload, you want to cap the point, force them all away. I think that the ultimate will be pretty strong. I think that a ROADHOG is going to be okay in ranked. But would I play with other heroes? Yeah, I think I will. I think I'd like to play with other heroes. Okay, moving on. Broken. Sigma. Sigma is absolutely broken. He does percentage amount of damage based on the HP that the enemies have with his ultimate. I think it's 50% of max HP that he does. He has a way of denying. He can poke. He has a shield. He can deny abilities with his kinetic grasp. He can... his ultimate is incredibly strong. Sigma is the most complete tank in the game. Sigma can do everything. Sigma can just do everything. I'm sorry, like, the shield denies a lot. His suck denies a lot. He regenerates... He gets extra HP because of the shield, bro. He regenerates the shield. He can benefit from, like, his own shield HP. He can benefit from the tank passive in mid-team fight. The tank passive, the healing passive in mid-team fight. I could see a world in which bro's gonna be like, I'm shielding, okay, then I'm sucking the damage. I'm not taking any damage, then I'm hiding, and then the passive will kick in. Like, what? He already is super annoying. He's super annoying to play against the Great Sigma. I think that's going to be huge. Plus, his ultimate might be one of the best ones in the game and the current in Season 9, with the fact that he does percentage damage based on HP. I think that Sigma is going to be absolutely broken. Sigma, Ramatra, maybe Queen will be the 3 tanks to go so far. Okay, moving on. Sojourn. I don't think she's going to be broken. I'm going to put her in potential. Reason is, I think that with time, we're going to go slowly but surely away from Reaper and Bastion and swap to Sojourn. Because Sojourn is just going to... has more mobility. Right? Has more mobility. If it's a tanky meta, you're going to be able to farm your Railgun really fast. And eventually, you will land some shots. The problem that I have with Sojourn, though, is what happens with the breakpoints? You know? What happens with the breakpoints? Like, do I need some damage boost? How is she gonna feel? But then again, her ultimate kind of didn't get buffed. I think got buffed because of the projectile size increase. So she's already, currently, right now, Sojourn's probably one of the best DPSs in the game. I think that in the beginning, Season 9, we're gonna be like, she's gonna be a little bit on the radar. But then, in good hands, I think that she's gonna be broken. But for the moment, though, I'm gonna put her here because will she feel underwhelming to play when May's gonna wall bash, is gonna everybody's just gonna go at you and stuff? Probably yeah. But once we understand the tempo of the game in Season 9, and we can understand that we don't always have to just go in, she will definitely be way stronger the weeks that go by, and the more like you experiment with her. Soldier. Okay. Soldier is a little bit tricky because in theory you can go behind and shoot everybody and make everybody sustain pretty bad, right? You can't catch him. His ultimate is useless. I'm just putting that out there. His ultimate is useless in this, my opinion. Although with damage boost it could work. I'm gonna have to put him though for ranked and in general for experimentation with Soldier. And potential. I know that a lot of you are probably going to be going like, what are you talking about? How do you play Soldier, Sigma, Ramatra? You don't play everybody together. You know what you do with Soldier? So hear me out. With Soldier, you get yourself some water. You get yourself your phone. You get yourself a charger that works with sunlight. And then you go on a hike. You just ignore life, everybody around you, and you just go behind and you go like, oh, they're fighting over there. Oh, okay. Oh, they're going after me. Anyway, let me go to another spot. Like, literally, I think that Soldier, on the flank, if you play Soldier, you're gonna play Soldier like I see some soldiers do this right now. You know, like, if you play Soldier, you're gonna be like, okay, I should stay with team. Nah, dude. Soldier, you go. You run. You ignore everybody, you run. Not to mention that I was talking about Mercy a little bit earlier. Soldier plus KIRIKO can flank. Soldier plus Mercy can flank. Soldier can control areas really well. Soldier is super good at duels too. He's just gonna do his own stuff. So Soldier in Season 9, his goal will, I would say, not necessarily, of course, like flank and stuff. He's on the flank. But his goal will primarily be, in my opinion, get the DPS passive going. I am not kidding. We might see Soldier gameplay. Right now, Soldier gameplay is like this. We might see Soldier gameplay like, say hello to my little friend, to make sure that you hit everybody. What happens if you go behind them and you just one bullet on everybody? You get the passive up. It's like you're throwing it on Aiden. Soldier is definitely going to be, has potential, right? His goal will be just a race against time to get the DPS passive going on everybody. Okay, moving on. Moving on. We still have a couple more heroes to go. Oh my god, this is a long one. But honestly, with how many changes there are in Season 9, I think that we could go on this for like 10 hours. Okay, Sombra. Potential. Potential. Potentially gonna be like, Mystic Streamer, but Sombra should be average or wildcard or whatever. She's weak. One word. Hack. You should use 2FA. Now, see, if you would be a cybersecurity sponsor with products and stuff, then I look at the perfect segue. But I think that let's go back to the content. EMP is gonna be huge. Hack's gonna be huge. You can't catch her. Right? You go after her. Oh no, but wait, I have 250 HP. Yeah, wait, you're gonna be invisible. She will benefit out of the DPS, out of the new healing passive. She's gonna be one of the very few DPSs, in my opinion, that will directly benefit from the DPS, from the healing passive that you're gonna be getting out of combat, right? She can ping your location, obviously, but the thing that I'm seeing is the longer the team fights, the more EMPs. Like, EMP, 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 hack, EMP, hack, EMP. Plus, same with Soldier. It's gonna be pretty easy to get your DPS passive going. You just gotta like, I think she's gonna be fine. If the meta is like too explosive, you can't play Sombra. My opinion. You could play Sombra of all the situations like, alright, guys, so I'm gonna play with a Winston Tracer, 3-2-1 dive that target. But those are like some specific conditions in which other heroes are weak. In general, in my opinion, Sombra, the longer the fight goes, the better it is. If it's gonna be like a huge... instead of like going outside to a food truck to get some food, if it's gonna be like a 5-course meal type of team fight, type of dinner, oh, the Sombra is gonna be perfect, bro. If you're gonna stay there together and be like, so how was your day? Good. Fine, day has been fine, okay, let's go to dessert now. EMP. The longer the team fight, the better it is it's gonna be for her. Plus the bullet size. Somebody's saying too, the bullet size will be awesome. Oh my god. I think Sombra has a lot of potential. Okay, moving on. Pretty tricky, I'll be honest with you. Symmetra's pretty tricky too. Symmetra can be from broken to potential, but I'm gonna have to put her in potential. I think that Sim will be pretty strong. I think that definitely I think that Sim will be roughly the same as she is right now. Sim will still be played in super tanky metas. The TP is strong. The ultimate is pretty good. You'll still do a lot of damage. She's roughly gonna be the same in my opinion. But as somebody was saying, chat, map design holds her back. You know, like, you can just get away from her. You can break the TP. And even in a world, dude, what the hell is happening with me? So like, imagine you're just going to like use your ultimate to deny 1,000 damage, and then you're gonna be like, fine, but I already have like 700 HP or whatever amount of HP that I have. You know, you don't actually need that much. I think that she's gonna be underestimated. You can play her. I don't think that she's gonna be like a hard meta in which, oh guys, we don't have a Symmetra, we're gonna lose. You know what I mean? But if you have a Symmetra, you definitely have higher chances at winning than if you have a Cassidy or Hanzo, in my opinion. And then again, if I have to pick between Symmetra and Reaper or Mei, more for style choice depending on the player, but definitely I'd just pick Mei all the time. She's okay. She excels in certain maps, like for example, King of the Hill maps, you know, like Lijiang, for instance, but not everywhere. Torbjorn. Okay. Pure speculation here. Potential. I'm gonna put Torbjorn in potential. Torbjorn is super good in tanky metas. Oh my god. Everybody's saying broken. I'm not gonna put Torbjorn in broken. No. I'm not putting Torbjorn in broken because he doesn't have a good disengage. But you're biased because you're a Torbjorn main. Hear me out. Torbjorn will be tanky. Super tanky. Okay? Torbjorn will be super tanky. You're gonna be able to get your passive going up really fast. Your ultimate is gonna be super strong. You're just gonna be huge. Honestly, I think Torbjorn is gonna be huge. I don't think he's gonna be absolutely broken though. I don't think he's gonna be absolutely broken compared to other heroes. And with his E, very hard to roll him. I hope they buff his hammer damage. Imagine if that would actually happen. That would be funny. Okay, going on. Tracer, broken. I think Tracer is gonna be broken. Tracer will benefit from DPS passive, from the healing passive, definitely. I think that she still remains probably the best DPS to force points. It's going to be very easy to land sticky bombs. You're going to stay, because you have more HP, you have more time to wait. You don't even need the other one support to care about you. You're good at isolating targets. You're good at 1v1s. A good Tracer will never die in Season 9. A good Tracer will never die in Season 9. I'm honest. Plus, you can just get a DPS passive going on everybody. You can call the one that you want to focus. You can follow up on the one that your team wants to focus. It's going to be... She's going to be so good. I think Tracer's going to be so good. Honestly, like just play Tracer, force the payload, or go behind the enemy team, try to get pulse bombs. Go the pulse bombs. It's going to be fine. It's going to be absolutely fine. Okay. Now, moving on. Are you ready for this? I'm going to put Widowmaker in Broken. I heard them laugh. The reason why I wanted to put Widowmaker in Broken is because I wanted to confuse everybody, and I wanted to have like a pick here that's going to be broken. She is one of the only heroes, this is the hill we'll die on. She is one of the heroes, I think the only hero, that can one-shot. Okay? That can, this is thumbnail move. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody noticed that. This is thumbnail move. No. Now, hear me seriously talking right now. This will definitely backfire. But she can one-shot. Okay? She can one-shot 250 HP targets. The only one that can one-shot 250 HP targets. In some maps, in some specific maps, do not do this, please. Okay, fine then. But I wanted the thumbnail. Of course, chat, she's not going to be broken. They'll report our video. What if they'll report our video? Okay, fine. They're going to be like, what is Mr. Streamer talking about? No, chat, she has potential. Some other DPSs will definitely outrun her and give her a lot of strategies. Give her a lot of space. Bring way more to the team. But we do not know how easy it will be to get headshots. I am not kidding. We do not know how easy it will be to get headshots. Create Widowmaker players guy now on maps like Circuit Royale or Junkertown or other maps in which snipers excel. Okay, fine. She's definitely going to be must pick right now compared to like HANZO or SOJOURN on some of those maps. But Widowmaker has insane potential. Imagine everybody groups up, she gets the kill before this even starts. They have to charge scope more though. Yeah, it has to be to like 100%, I think. I think that she will go under the radar a lot. I'm not kidding. I think that everybody's going to be like, oh, guys, so there are no more one-shots in the game. Dead. Okay, fine. Dead. Just dead. Just dead. You know, just dead nonstop. I think that she does a ton of damage. A lot of people are going to be underestimating her. And the big question that I have, and this actually might... Okay, I was trolling a little bit with Broken, but the more I think about it, depending on how easy it is to get headshots, she might be way stronger than we all expect. If it's going to be just a tiny pixel, fine, but I don't know how big the change is going to be and how it will essentially feel like in-game. If you're already good with Widowmaker, I think that you'll feel better going into the next season. Because it's going to be easier to land headshots and your playstyle will be exactly the same. You don't have to adapt. Like, sure, you're going to play with Bastion, whatever, fine, but easy to land headshots. Like, Sigas, I'm not joking. Imagine the team fights chat. So everybody's going to be like, now you see, but Bastion and Sigma, and okay, fine, but I stayed there. If it's going to be this easy to get headshots, headshot, I will get a kill or two before this is going to start. You know, before the fight's gonna start, I will get a kill or two. It all depends in practice how easy it will be to actually land shots with her now. If it is the same as guy now, which it isn't, they said that it isn't, it's gonna be the projectile size increases. We'll have to see in practice, bro. We'll have to see in practice. She's gonna be the only hero other than like HANZO that can one-shot Tracer and Widowmaker, I think. The only hero without damage boost in the game that can get kills without damage boosts. Without abilities or ultimates. Just with this. Just before the fight starts, you gotta get a pick. If the fight starts, you're better off any other DPS. But she's gonna be... Play more Widowmaker. Aim train and see how easy this is gonna feel like. Okay, Winston. In this meta, I'm gonna have to put Winston in average. I think I'm gonna put him in average. I don't see why I would pick like Winston compared to Sigma, Ramatra, Queen, Orisa, even Reinhardt to a certain extent. Winston just brings you like vertical mobility sometimes and a very hard engagement to the enemy team. But I feel like in these very tanky metas, okay, fine, the bubble is cool. Isolating targets is cool. Engaging is cool. Fine, bro. But I think that if you're going to be good with your primal rage to just juggle enemies off the map or just isolate targets, you're going to get way more better value than if you understand the macro of the game really well, you know? So like, I feel like Winston's playstyle will change, as in instead of like, guys, so I control here, play around the bubble, we do this, we go there and everybody follows you. The conditions are too complicated compared to playing with Queen or Ramatra with Sigma. It's too complicated to make Winston work almost every time, you know? It could work with Tracer and Sombra, fine, I could say that, but nah, you just don't help the team. But if you're playing Winston, if you want to experiment and you're playing Winston to get Primal Rage, and you see Primal Rage as your only way of winning team fights, which not a lot of Winstons do. A lot of Winstons just like shield, go in, whatever. If you're really good at juggling, then I think you might be surprised with how much more you can do because you have more HP. You have more room of error, more space to work with. So on maps where you can boop them off the map, like Lijiang, like Nepal and stuff like that, then I could see Winston being played. But on maps where everybody just stays grouped up together and there is no boopability of the map, there's no boop potential, I'd gotta just go with other heroes. Okay, moving on. I have 3 more heroes and I think I'm going for 1 hour already. So, okay, I'm seeing over here with the picks, broken picks, these are very safe. I'm gonna put Ball and Broken. Yes, I know, and I'm not changing this. I'm not changing this. I'm gonna put Ball and Broken. I am not going to change this. Everybody would disagree. I am not putting Ball and Broken. I think you heard them from across the room. I'm not changing this. Another thumbnail bait. Nope. I'm keeping him here. I'm keeping him here. And the reason why I'm keeping him here is because how are you gonna eliminate Ball right now? If right now he can get out of the fights, he barely can get out of the fights, so he's gonna die like right at the end. He's going to benefit from the passive so much. How are you gonna eliminate Wrecking Ball? Look at the heroes that are gonna be played. How is Ball gonna die against these heroes? Just ignore him, and then he slams you nonstop, and then he gets his mines nonstop. How are you gonna eliminate Ball? That's my question. That is one thing that I want to see in the future. Like, with how strong he is with his mobility. The fact that if everybody stays grouped up together and you want to focus Ball, he's going to get shields from everybody. How are you going to eliminate Ball in this? He can already get health packs. A bit of a wild pick, chat. I want to see Ball being played in this. CC him to death. What is he going to do against Sombra? Escape. He's going to have more HP. I want to wait and see. I'm keeping Ball here. I think, chat, at the same time, hear me out. At the same time, we have never seen a Ball meta in Overwatch 2. And I think that this might be the perfect condition for him, unless he's going to get like incredibly buffed in the future. ML7 plus Chasm confirmed Season 9 duo. No, I'm keeping Ball here. But I'm keeping Ball because I want to believe that Ball will be played. I want to believe that Ball will be played. I think that other tanks like Sigma and Ramata are probably going to be a good pick. But before everybody's going to like keep on going like streamer is trolling, let's talk about Zarya. I think Zarya's going to be average or wildcard. I'm going to have to put her in average. Sure, you'll get charged. Sure, you're going to do a lot of damage. I don't think she's going to be that strong. Yeah, bubbles are good. But the amount of damage that she does now, I'm going to have to put it here. But, 1 second, chat. 1 second. The surprise of Season 9, in my opinion, will be ZENYATTA. ZENYATTA will be, I think, probably the strongest support going into Season 9 because Discord Orb will matter a lot with increased health pulls. Discord Orb will be huge. Transcendence is fine because he has more HP, he can survive a little bit longer. And now, to talk about this, ZENYATTA, when he was very strong in Overwatch 1, he was played with Ball and Tracer a lot. I'm kind of seeing a pattern here. If Tracer can get a DPS passive going onto the enemy Zenyatta or onto the enemy Brig or onto a Squish or whatever, and Ball follows up on that with a slam on that target, and then can get out, and then they just follow this, then land some shots, we might see these three heroes being super strong going into Season 9. Why does Zenyatta benefit in Season 9 compared to other supports way more, in my opinion, is because Discord Orb is incredibly good against high HP targets. The more HP they have, the stronger it is, because it does... you do more damage to them because of the percentage of damage that you just deny from their health pool. I think it's at, what, 15 or 20%? It's percentage based, same as how Sigma's ultimate is. Number 2... he has 225 HP right now, so he's going to have 275 HP. The problem with Zenyatta was that he was exploding too fast because he didn't have a lot of HP. Now he's going to have 275. He can stay way more alive in team fights, and the longer the fights go, the better it is. Synergizing Ball with Zenyatta in this combination, Discord Orb does 25%. Oh my god. Ball plus Zenyatta, I could definitely see this being played. And also, like, heroes like Tracer and Ball don't need that much sustain. The Orb from Zenyatta will be sufficient. So, I would say the safe options to play in Season 9 for DPSs would be Reaper, Bastion, Mei. For support, it would probably be Lucio, Kiri, Moira in the beginning and stuff. And for tanks, it would be Sigma, Ramatra. And if you want to experiment a little bit with a team comp, I think that this is the best season to try Tracer, Ball, and Zenyatta as a trio. And for heroes that I think will probably surprise us, and I just want you to give them a little bit more time to see if they're going to work into the meta. Try out Lifeweaver a little bit more. I think that with all the buffs added, he's going to surprise us all. Try Widowmaker a little bit more, even in maps where she wouldn't work, because if she's the only hero in the game that can one-shot apart from Hanzo with Widowmaker and Tracer because of their HP pool, I think that she will, depending on how easy it will be to get your to land the shots, I think that she's gonna be super strong. And for tank, who might surprise us, Reinhardt, maybe give him a try, see how much you can go with some with extra pins, with extra shatters, and if this is enough for him to stay alive or not. Without seeing this in practice, like chat, as a conclusion to all of this, it is impossible to guess right all the heroes that are gonna be broken with potential, average, or wildcard. The amount of changes that Season 9 is gonna have is gonna be absolutely huge. There is no way of knowing this, but experimenting and theory crafting a little bit before the season should give us an upper hand. This being said, I'm pretty satisfied with the wildcards. I'll be honest, I'm pretty satisfied with the wildcards. I'm satisfied with the average heroes, you know, like heroes that should be okay, not too weak or too strong. With the exception of maybe MAUGA and potential, because I haven't seen MAUGA being played that much unless he was broken. And this list, some of you might disagree or agree with it, obviously, but I think that these heroes will probably be the ones that will define, at least for a couple of weeks, the meta in Season 9. So try to give these heroes a go at the beginning, and you'll probably win way more games, in my opinion, rather than with these heroes. We'll have to wait and see how this is going to span out, and see in a couple of weeks if my predictions were right or not. Please let me know in the comments what do you think about this tier list, and if you think I'm right or not. And I'll see you again. I'll see you again on stream. See everybody. Till next time. Emil 7 out.